Hello, I'm Theolyn Cortens. Welcome to SoulSchool. Today I'm going to be talking more about the Empire of the Archangels. If you already know something about my work, you'll know that I've written several books about angels and that I've done quite a lot of academic study about them. I'm mostly interested in how people experience these powers that work within each of us as individuals and in the world at large. So my class, The Empire of Archangels, will be taking you on a journey to have a direct experience of how the archangels might help you in your life to be more productive and give you a sense of control in your life, a sense of direction and purpose. And when you've identified what that purpose is, then you can start chatting to these archangels, rather like a prime minister might talk to his cabinet ministers and say to them, what can you bring to the table? What can you give me? How can you equip me to bring into the world what my soul desires from its deepest level? So in the deck of Archangel cards called the Angel Script, and you can find out more about that on the website, you would find all the images for the archangels of the Tree of Life. So here's the complete deck, like that. It has lots of characters in it. Some people call them symbols, but I call them characters. And it also has the archangels. And there are 12 of them, and each one of them can bring you a gift. For example, Raphael can bring you the gift of healing or ameliorating problems. You could call Raphael the being that provides the oil for troubled waters. All kinds of things can be sorted when Raphael is around. So that's a very gentle, loving, soft energy that you can bring into your life in different ways, depending on who you are. But you also have within your scope, within your cabinet of ministers who can help you, the archangels, you also have the ability to make your presence felt with what we prefer to call assertiveness and not aggression. So we have a spiritual warrior, Haniel. And Haniel brings that zizzy kind of dynamic oomph energy, which permits us all to get things done, to get into action, to do things. So there, just for starters, you can see two archangels who have complementary qualities to them. They're both necessary, but you can also see that they might be slightly at odds. The person who wants peace and harmony and everything to be quiet and calm might come up against the person who wants to push forward and change things, make things better in a forceful way. So when we work with the archangels, we have the privilege of understanding that every one of them has an offering, has the ability to bring to us its tithes, just like the client kingdoms of old would have brought their tithes to the emperor. And there's no doubt that you have access to all these powers within your inner empire. Whether you are actually making use of those powers is another matter altogether. And one of the great concerns is that if those powers are not utilised, several things can go pear-shaped. One possibility is that the powers just go kind of rusty and, like an unused bicycle. It's not going to actually function very well when you require it. So that's one possibility. But another possibility, which is a bit more dangerous actually, is that energy can kind of get snarled up and start functioning in a way that's not good for you, but you actually are not properly aware of what's going on. This is where an archangel can create a shadow, if you like. That would be a psychological term. It can create a shadow because it hasn't got enough positive attention on it. So this is why it's a really useful process to go through to explore the realm of the archangels and to see how they might be functioning or not functioning in your life. And that's what the Empire of Archangels class is all about. And I want to support you in discovering how those archangels could work for you, to give you a sense of being the emperor in your own empire and not be at the mercy of the kings who might think that they're being ignored and might stir up trouble for you, actually. And that's sometimes the case, that we notice that something will happen in our life and you'll think, oh, what happened there? I wasn't expecting that. But it might just be that one of those archetypal powers, represented by the archangel, is not getting the attention it deserves in your life, and then builds up a kind of force field, a vibrationary, energetic field, a vortex, that will then go woof, and something will happen. You will have an accident, you will lose your job, and so on and so forth. And that's not because the archangels are baddies. Absolutely not. The archangels are there on side for you. But if you don't pay them attention and that energy is going to waste and not being brought in to your own system with your own intention, then it may develop an intention of its own which is separate from what you might want and expect. I hope that makes it clear, because I certainly don't want to make you anxious about it. It's about taking charge. It's about becoming the captain of your ship or the prime minister in the cabinet and taking charge. That's what this is about. Hope to see you in class. Goodbye.